Today we are going to be discussing resources that will be useful to you in your nursing classes. The first resource that I would like to talk about is Galileo. Galileo is a virtual library that you can use to find academic journal articles, ebooks, videos, and all kinds of other resources. You can access Galileo from the library's webpage. To get there, you can go to Academics, scroll all the way down, click on Libraries, and then here you go. You've got Galileo, and then you've also got GILFind, which I'll talk about later on. You also have our live chat option and some other things as well. The chat will also pop up there. Another way to get to Galileo, if you aren't sure how to access the website, if you're in Georgia View, you should have an option to click on Galileo. It'll usually be located over to the left-hand side unless they move it, but in any case, it should be located somewhere that you can fairly easily access. So first I'm going to do a classic search, and then I'll show you the difference between the classic search and the bento search. The bento search organizes your results into categories and puts them in boxes. If you're a very visual learner, this may be a more appealing way for you to do a search. You also have the option to select full text only from the bento search screen, whereas if you do a classic search, you have to choose that after you do your search. Let's do a search for drug interactions. Okay, you can see we get almost 5 million results. That is a lot of results. So we're going to want to narrow our search down. And I always recommend that you select full text because you don't want to get just part of a journal article or part of an ebook. You want to be sure that you can access the entire resource. Okay, so you'll see there are different options here. You can remove any filters that you have put on if you change your mind and would like to take those off. You can also see that that took our number of results down to 2,758,000. If you're looking for only scholarly journals, so peer-reviewed journal articles, academic journal articles, those are all the same type of resource if you hear those different terms, you can select here. And let's see how much more that, yep, we're down to 2,205,000, which is a lot less. You can see it says academic journal here, and if you keep scrolling, you should continue to see that icon. If you did not have that selected, you could also select ebooks from this list of options. You can limit by specific journal if you know what journal you're wanting to find an article in. Subject, language, geography, database, there are many ways you can do this. I will say for your purpose, you will likely want to select United States from the geography option unless you're doing an assignment that allows you to use information from other countries. You may want just information from here in the United States, since medical practices do vary from country to country, of course. Okay, so that took us down to 34,000 results. Wow, that cut out a lot of options. So that's a pretty good number to sort through. You could also, if you only needed results from the past 10 years, you don't want anything older than that, you can type in the year range here, or you can use this little sliding bar. The little slide bar can be a bit finicky, so I tend to type in the number. Okay, now we're down to 14,000. Okay, so to access one of these journal articles, let's just go to the top one. You can click on this, and I'll do that in just a second so we can grab the citation, or you can go into either the HTML or PDF full text from here. Okay, So from here, you'll see you've still got those buttons to get into the articles. You've got information on who the authors are. There are several authors for this one. The source, and other information for the publication. You also have an abstract for the article that gives you a brief idea, kind of a summary of what the article is about, so that can help you determine if that is a source that you may want to look into. Sometimes I recommend to just go ahead and take a quick look at the article itself because those abstracts can be a bit misleading. Okay, so from here, the most important thing that you'll probably want to remember is this citation button. When you click on this button, it gives you different citation styles. It gives you AMA, APA, MLA, several other ones as well. And what you'll do from here is you can copy and paste this citation into the document where you're working on your assignment, and all you have to do after that is just double check that it is in fact correct. You can use the citation guides and other resources to just verify that this is all formatted how it should be. So is that supposed to be italicized? Are all these numbers formatted properly? Is there anything that's missing from the information? And if you go into the article itself, you can make it bigger if it's a smaller font and it's harder to see. Get this out of the way too. You can view it in a few different ways, download it, print some of it, and you can also grab that citation if you didn't get it from the page before. You'll see the icon looks the same, it's still that little sheet of paper. So I'm going to click on that again just to show that it is the same information, and there it is again. And if you're using one of the citation management softwares, you can export it to that as well.